Hey everyone, today we have a little fella, I believe his name is Malcom. This is his first ever haircut, I believe, or he didn't have a haircut in a very long time, as you can see. And right now I'm just taking my clippers, which are very quiet for a pair of clippers. I'm desensitizing him to the noise, to the feel of the clippers, because I know from what his mom told me, he doesn't like haircuts. And so what I usually do is I just try to put the clippers on their skin somewhere where they will let me just put the clippers on them, just to feel the vibration, just to get used to the noise and to show them that I'm not here to hurt them. So as you can see, and I also try not to touch them as much as possible until I really have to. So right now I have a number 1 guard on the clippers, and I'm just taking the hair off. He didn't like the cape, so we just kept the cape off, although it will protect them from the hair, which will eventually make them itch. It's just a sensory processing thing for individuals that's neurodivergent a lot of times. But he's not crying, which is a good sign. The hair is coming off fairly easy, and everything is going well. And a lot of times my parents bring the kids to the shop. I don't own the shop, I just work in the shop. We don't have our own secluded place yet, but hopefully it will come sometime in the near future. But they say, I don't know, and I always just say, well, let's just wait and see. As you can see, he's surprising his mom, surprising me from what she told me, and everything's going well. For anyone who doesn't know what sensory processing disorder is, in layman's term, is basically when an individual is having very difficulties with processing different sounds, textures, light, everything, not everything, but whatever they're sensitive to is most likely heightened to them compared to what it will feel like typically for anybody else, where it may cause pain, it will cause a lot of discomfort. And for that reason, a lot of neurodivergent people avoid these things at all costs. It's just like you wearing a shirt or sweater that has a texture you don't like. That's a sensory issue right there. You're sensitive to this clothing, and you will not wear it for anyone. But if you had to, you probably could get through it. You could ignore the feeling until you had to take the shirt or whatever you have on off. But for kids in general, at this young age, they have a lot of sensitivities and things, as we all do. But for them, a lot of times it don't go away. So that's why hair cutting and hair services are very difficult for individuals that's neurodivergent. Neurodivergent is in the, is diverse people with different brain, different ways the brain processing things. So that falls under autism, ADHD, Down syndrome, and intellectual disabilities. There might be some more, but they the ones that is more known to everyone else. But as you see, the haircut is going very well. I've really, me and my family really thank God for this organization that he has, entrusted us with, because as you hear and see, the haircutting services are for our kids, our family members, are very hard to find. Very hard to find people who are patient enough to deal with the crying, with the moving, and so a lot of people avoid providing the services. And there also are a lot of people who say they do provide the service until you bring your child to see them, and then you get kicked out the shop or getting treated very bad, and it's not a good feeling for any parent to have to go through that. So we praise God for allowing us to start this organization to provide the service. And if anybody wants to know, we are located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We are a nonprofit, and besides me working in the shop, we do haircutting events for groups of people when we could get help to provide haircuts. Because right now it's only me that could do the haircuts, and my wife handles she organizes everything with the events as far as decorating, providing treats and snacks. Some are baked goods, some are gluten-free, some are store-bought treats. It's just anything that can help anyone that's having a problem getting a haircut. Sometimes you need an incentive. A lot of people, refer that to like ABA services. You do something good, you get a reward, and it will help the individual that's having problems to adapt to the service they particularly don't like. So right now, I got all the hair off, and look, he's letting me put the trimmers on his head. He's not flinching. These trimmers are very sensory friendly. They're not loud. The blades are not sharp. They're not going to bruise or cut the skin in any way. And I got them off of Amazon. They call VGR 5600 or 6500. They were very affordable. Maybe $40 or less, somewhere around there. And the clippers I use most of the time are called TPOB, and it stands for the Pissed Off Barber. Very funny name for a barber and clipper company, but he makes very good tools. They are very quiet and they are affordable. And there's also another clipper company called JRL. They have very good clippers. I don't own them. They're a little more expensive, but to my knowledge, they are very quiet also. They're the only two I really know that's very quiet clippers. But yeah, everything is going well with this cut. I'm very happy anytime a kid can sit through the whole cut without knowing me. This was his first time meeting me. He's in a different environment, and he's getting a service that he don't particularly like. So he's just chilling. He's just watching his phone, and it seemed like he do this every 2 weeks. His mom just sitting there looking like, wow, I can't believe this is my kid. Yep. Also, if you got through this video so far, we really thank you for viewing this video, and if you ever decide that you want to donate to our nonprofit, you could go to our PayPal link in our bio, or you could do it through our website, which is in our bio also. And you click on the PayPal link there. You can learn more about our story, why we're doing this, our struggles with our son, with him getting haircuts. I was his barber. I already knew I was going to be his barber. And this is before I was licensed or doing this. There was no way we was taking our son to the shop. He had a lot of aggression, and he definitely didn't like haircuts. So it was not going to happen for us. But we thank God that we can, actually do this for other families and other young men who have problems getting haircuts. Malcom doing so well, like even for like the back of the neck, which is very sensitive around the ears, places like that. That's where I mostly get a lot of flinching. They put the shoulder up where I can't really use the trimmers. He barely moved at all, if any. So I'm just looking, making sure the lineup is straight, everything's good. Ready to put some moisturizer in his hair. And this haircut is over. Over everything again, making sure he's straight before he leave out. Sorry for the angle. I'm wearing a chest mount, and so sometimes I get close and they get out of frame because my phone is weighing, like pulling down, so sometimes I lose some footage. But overall, I like this angle because you can really see everything I'm doing this way. Thank you for watching. God bless.